Are you sick? Steph, you sick? Stephanie, you sick? What do you got?
I stayed around all yesterday. Yeah, I just got out of bed today. I felt
You have
pretty
fever?
good today. Yeah, a little fever, coughing.
Are you COVID?
No, I don't think it's COVID. He just got me sick, coughing and sneezing. I was like, before I knew it, my throat started feeling scratchy, and I was just down yesterday. It was not good.
Well, Happy New Year,
Happy
even
New
though
Year
you're
to you
sick.
too. Yeah.
Hey, Mayor.
Summer Boy Johnny and all the making they
Yep.
be
No, he probably got some woman cooking. You know how Johnny do it. He still think he a lover boy.
still think you're loving.
I read it.
He think he in college or something.
Yeah.
Hey, Don, could we get another one of these? Do you have any more?
Sesquicentennial. Can I get, and what does that actually mean?
150
50 years?
Yep.
Whoa.
Sesquicentennial lady.
What is our sesquicentennial?
She's the face of the sesquicentennial.
Her done.
Thank you.
I do, but I don't have it. Because you gotta poke it. So I have a place to poke it. At this time, the mayor will call to order the regular city council meeting, or special city council meeting and workshop for 12 p.m. Wednesday, December the 28th of 2022 at the city council chambers, 201 East Nash Street, Terrell, Texas. We have with us in our chambers, if you would, please turn off your mobile devices. We have in council chambers, District 2, Grady Simpson. District 3, Mayor Ronnie Velasquez, Mayor Pro Tem. District 4, Stephanie Holmes Thomas, Deputy Mayor Pro Tem. And District 5, Andrea Reese. We have a quorum. We'll continue with our meeting. At this time, Grady, would you mind leading us in invocation? And if you would, remain standing for the pledges.
Father, we give you thanks for this day. Thank you for keeping us during the holiday. We pray for those who are sick and shut in. Help them to heal and come back to life and bring their best performance to the city of Terrell. Pray for our families. We pray for all our surrounding county cities. We ask that you continue to help us to come together. Build a better city, better county. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Next on the agenda is Mayor, Council, Community Recognition and Events. Council members, I do want to inform you that you currently live in the fastest growing county in the nation. It was reported that Kaufman County is now the #1 fastest growing county in the entire nation. So as we prepare for our 2023 and we start doing city business, keep that in your mind that we're not only doing it for Terrell, but also the county as it continues to grow. Hope that everybody had a wonderful Christmas season. We are getting ready to kick off our sesquicentennial year next year. Wishing everybody a happy new year as January 1 approaches. Also, remember in February, Council, that we're going to be at the state capitol in Austin. Do we have those dates? February the 5th? So if you haven't, let Allison know, please do so. If you're interested in attending, that's the time that we get to push Kaufman County initiatives and also for the city of Terrell, things that are important to us as the year begins. Mike, does anybody else have any kind of recognition or events?
You know, I just want to thank our staff. I know that we mention them a lot, but you've got police and fire folks working 24/7 all through the holidays, and definitely did our work responding to traffic incidents and other issues that you got to be out there at 2 a.m. on Christmas morning, and so God bless those folks, and I just wanted to give them a little special recognition there.
Great. Anyone else? Okay. Next item on the agenda is 4.1, discuss and consider a resolution declaring 2023 as Terrell's sesquicentennial year. Mary Gill?
Whereas on February the 11th, 1873, businessman Charles Cornelius Nash and cattleman John G. Moore deeded 100 acres of a 320-acre tract 30 miles east of downtown Dallas to the Texas and Pacific Railway with the stipulation that a depot be located within the plat. And whereas on that land, the city was incorporated in 1874, honoring pioneer landowner Robert...
Excuse me, I hate to use her mic, would you? Because it's not working. No, it's not working. But, I'm sorry.
Honoring pioneer landowner Robert A. Terrell as its namesake. And whereas Terrell State Hospital opened its doors in 1885, the second state mental hospital in Texas. And whereas in 1941, Terrell became the first city in the nation to train British pilots during World War II. And whereas Terrell is home to the Terrell Independent School District, Trinity Valley Community College, and Southwestern Christian College, one of 9 historically black colleges and universities in the state. And whereas Terrell is home to Academy Award winner Jamie Foxx and the late Randy Snow, the first Paralympian inducted into the Olympic Hall of Fame. And whereas the city of Terrell is known for its longtime cooperation and award-winning partnerships with Kaufman County, Terrell Chamber of Commerce, Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Terrell Economic Development Corporation, and TISD. And whereas Mayor Rick Carmona and City Council members Mirani Velasquez, Stephanie Holmes Thomas, Grady Simpson, and Andrea Reese wish to pay tribute to this legacy of greatness. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Terrell that each year, February 11th shall be celebrated as the birthday of Terrell in honor of the visionary work of our city founders. 2023 shall be celebrated as Terrell's sesquicentennial year, and all citizens are asked to join in this year-long recognition of the city's 150th birthday. This resolution shall become effective immediately after its passage.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mary Gill. Council, any comments on resolution number 2052?
It's a proud moment
Proud one?
in Terrell's history, and I'm just amazed that I city. I can see a lot of changes. Seeing where we are now, I truly understand that everything has to have a revolution. Nothing is perfect when it starts out, but it has to evolve over time. That's what I've seen in Terrell. Growing up in Terrell High School, seeing where we were then and where we are now, it's like it's night and day. And I'm just so happy to be a part of the leadership of Terrell, just to be blessed to be sitting here. In a million years, I never thought I would be here. But I'm thankful for it, and I thank God for the mayor and all the council and our city staff.
Councilmember, I too, when I talk to service clubs, I tell them 150 years ago, I think it was at the church, not too long ago, Grady, where we were discussing, during the holidays, about 150 years ago, what Terrell looked like then, who was here versus the leadership that we have now. It's amazing of how things have changed in a positive way, so we need to keep that moving forward. Does anybody else have any comments before we move on?
I think it's a great time to celebrate those 150 years of everything that has made Terrell diverse, from the service club groups to the faith groups to, it is from the British Flying Museum, British Flying cadets that flew over our community, to those that have recently moved to Terrell. And as you mentioned earlier, Mayor, Terrell, not only is Terrell, but Kaufman County in Texas growing in population. So I look forward to continuing to make Terrell a welcoming community, and then also continue to retain those that we work so hard for already as council members. And a big thank you to Allison Walker, who's here with us today, and everybody that's going to be making the sesquicentennial year celebrations in this next year a hit for us.
Great. Anything else? Anyone else? All right. Is there a motion on resolution 2052?
Yeah, I make a motion to approve resolution number 2052.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion from Grady Simpson, District 2, a second from Mayrani Velazquez, Mayor Pro Tem, District 3, to approve Resolution 2052, declaring the year of 2023 as Terrell Sesquicentennial Year. Is there any further comments, discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, let it be known by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries with unanimous vote of those present. Our next item on the agenda is to hear remarks from visitors. Do we have any, Don? Okay, so we'll move on. Adoption of the minutes. Discuss and consider minutes from the regular city council meeting on December the 20th of 2022. Council, have you had a opportunity to review the minutes? If so, is there a motion on the floor?
Yeah, I make a motion to approve the regular city council meeting December 20th, 2022.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion from Grady Simpson, District 2, a second from Mayrani Velazquez, Mayor Pro Tem, District 3, to approve the minutes of the regular city council meeting on December the 2022 as presented. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, let it be known by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries with unanimous votes of those present. Our next item on the agenda is 7.1, discuss and consider quiet zone analysis agreement with Union Pacific Railroad. This will be handled by Mr. Sims.
So, Mayor and Council, just a little actual work item for us over the holidays here. As you know, we received funding in the 2019 County Bond Program to study and move forward with the efforts to put a quiet zone in place in the city of Terrell. And again, from a definition standpoint, that's not us saying trains can't sound their horn. What we do is we cooperate with Union Pacific and with the Federal Railroad Authority to bring forth a plan of making a series of safety improvements at all of our intersections with Union Pacific Railroad. If those improvements are deemed safe enough and workable enough, then they get approved up in Washington DC, and up in Washington DC, they pass a rule that says horns can't sound within that zone. Our initial zone is roughly from Gardner over to FM 148, and that puts a big chunk of downtown Terrell into a quiet zone area. In order to move forward to the next step of this, as you know, we already have our engineering firm, Kimley Horn, working on it. You've received a couple of reports on that over the last few months. The step we're at now is that we actually have to pay Union Pacific to do an analysis on it. They are asking for $60,000. We have a reimbursement agreement in place with them, and so I didn't want to be dead in the water and not move forward on this. Wanted to get it kind of processed as quickly as possible. Relatively straightforward. They do an analysis of the zone that I mentioned, which again covers Airport Birch Temple on the spur that goes down toward the Stallings addition, so that's a quiet zone as well. And then Gardner, Grove, Delphine, 34, Adelaide, Catherine, Francis, Rockwall, Ann, Bowser, Bradshaw, and FM 148. So those are the crossings that they'll be looking at, and they'll do a lot of work out in the real world to decide if they think the proposals we've made for some of those structural improvements are safe enough. This is an agreement that would be my signature along with Union Pacific. So happy to answer any questions about it, and they will take a little time to do the work, but we will continue to stay on this project and get it done as quickly as we can.
You know, Council, what I like about this project is that we have engaged Union Pacific Railroad to be a partner in trying to figure out what is the best strategy moving forward for the city. I have seen other communities that have taken a different approach and done it on their own and then presented it to Union Pacific, and they just follow it. So this is a better route, I think. I think Mike was dead spot on trying to get this done, and this is the the beginning of the process of determining on whether or not we should move forward with these quiet zones and where. So does anybody have any comments or questions? All right, is there a motion on 7.1?
Motion to approve the reimbursement agreement for quiet zones services as presented in item 7.1.
We have a motion, is there a second? We have a motion from Grady Simpson, we have a motion from Mayor Ronnie Velasquez, Mayor Pro Tem District 3. I'm just seeing if y'all are awake. I have a second from Andrea Reese, District 5, to approve the quiet zone analysis agreement with Union Pacific Railroad. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, let it be known by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries with a unanimous vote of those present. Our next item on the agenda is our consent agenda. This is 8.1, ordinance number 2948 and ordinance number 2949 on second reading, both of those. Is there a motion on our consent agenda?
Motion to approve consent agenda.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second? Have a motion from Mayor Ronnie Velasquez, Mayor Pro Tem District 3, a second from Grady Simpson, District 2, to approve the consent agenda as presented. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, let it be known by stating aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries with unanimous vote of those present. Our next item is to adjourn into executive session. I've got some.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so at this time, we're going to adjourn into executive session in accordance with Section 551 of the Texas Government Code to discuss the following: Section 551.072, deliberations regarding real property; Section 551.087, deliberations regarding economic development negotiations. We are now in executive session. today, you know. It's after Christmas, before the New Year's, so thank y'all for coming in. I hope everybody has a happy New Year.
Hope everybody gets well.
Yep. Yep. Chicken noodle soup. And, yeah, a lot of chicken noodle soup. Ready? All right. This time, we're going to reconvene into regular session and consider action, if any, on items discussed in executive session. Are there any motions? Hearing none, we are adjourned. Thank y'all.